Good morning, you guys. I have been trying to come up with the design for the shift for my 1910 outfit, and I was browsing different ads, as you can see. Well, I don't want to have too much work, so that's what I ended up with. I'm going to have it knee-long. There's going to be some ruffles for panels, and that's probably going to be it. I did not yet think about how to close it in the back. I have to still do that, but I hope that I can just throw it on without having to add buttons. I've started to pattern the chemise shift situation for my 1910 costume, and I have no idea if this is going to be anything, but I'm just going to do the other 2 or 3 pieces. I think I'm going to make 4 pieces. This one will be cut on the fold, the back panel will also be cut on the fold, and then 2 side panels. Okay, so I have a very rough draft of the pattern. It's bad. We're going to worry about that later because I need to correct things anyways, but that's what it looks like. It's about knee long. There's going to be a ruffle attached, so it will be like 10 centimeters longer. And yeah, no sleeves, low back because the dress I want to make will have a low back. I have taken off the drafted pattern that is very bad. We all agree on that. From my dress form, I have tried to clean up the edges. Yes, I'm using a book to secure the pattern paper. Sorry, dear book, I love you. This is really good. Okay, back to my pattern. I tried to clean up the edges. I am now going to add seam allowance. You see, I did that here too. The thing is, I gained a bit of weight, so my dress form is not really representative anymore, so I added a bit, and I'm going to add more seam allowance now. And then I'll show you what the pattern looks like at this very moment. I am really unsure if this is going to work because, yeah, as I said, I don't like drafting things like that. So let's see if we can use it. We're going to try and make a mock-up, but I'm sure it's nowhere the same length and things like that. So we will have a lot of things that I need to correct. So anyways, I'll see you later and show you the pattern. So we're going to change plans. I'm going to show you the pattern as soon as I have pinned these pieces onto mock-up fabric. So here are 3 of these pattern pieces. As you can see, center front as well as center back. That is not yet on here, it's back there. They will be cut on the fold. The others I've pinned so that I have both pieces cut out. And yeah. That's the current state of the chemise. I decided to just go with the linen fabric right away because no, I don't think this pattern is going to work, but no, I also don't want to do a mock-up because too much time invested, so maybe this was a stupid decision. We'll see. In the meantime, I have all pieces cut out, as you can see. I'm going to join all the panels now using French seams, and then we try this thing on before I do the hem and add the lace and things like that to make sure it works. I'm sorry that we're back to this vloggy and in between steps kind of video, but this is an easy project, so yeah, you can imagine what I do. I just use French seams, iron everything, blah blah blah. So I thought I could make it easy for myself and just do a vloggy style video instead of trying to find a place where I can put my camera without it falling down from that place and film how I sew and things like that. As you can see, I just evened out the hem. I am doing the last French seam, the rest is all done, and then I only have to sew the shoulder straps together, and we're basically good to go. I'll bind the raw edges, do the hem, add some lace, and then I'm finally finished with this thing. I tried it on before. It is a little snug, but we don't care about that you don't really see it because the corset is so long, so I don't care. I'm going to finish this. I hope it's not much more than an hour of work left. Hello you guys, I am already hemming this and I decided to do just one side. It's not going to get much wear out of it and this is fine for me. If you like everything clean, that's fine. But I'm also going to add lace and I hope that it will cover the raw edges somehow. And then I have done the straps up. I'm going to try this on later and see if the length is fine. And when everything is good, I am going to bind the edges with bias binding and add the lace at the same time. I think I'm going to stop in the middle of the straps with the lace because I don't want it in the back. I have decided to bind the armholes with bias binding and I am sewing it on by machine. As you can see, I decided not to... Whoops, can you focus please? Oh no, yeah, very neat and nice seam, don't look at it. Yeah, I decided to bind this by machine because saving time. I'm cutting corners for this project. Hello you guys, so there you go, I am sewing on by machine, bias binding and lace. It is actually covering the bias binding on the other side, so that's cool. And yeah. Almost done, almost done. I see the finishing line and I'm very happy about that. Alright, so I wanted to cut corners, I did everything by machine and I did not gather the lace to create ruffles, which I should have done, as you can see, because the lace is riding up, so I don't want to open everything, so I think about using some stitches to keep it in place, but yeah, that was not very wise, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Hell yeah, guys. So, it's time to show you the sad truth of this chemise. I did not gather the lace. I did the same thing I did for my corset, which was stupid because my corset slims down and this goes out, so of course it did not work, and the lace was always folded upwards, and then I had the extremely intelligent idea to use some stitches to tuck it down. It's a disaster, I told you it's a disaster. So yeah, I decided to cut the lace off. I'm going to remove those tucking stitches and then maybe I will add some more lace, or I'll just be lazy and leave it at that. Because the chemise itself, even though it has some fit issues, it's a little bit tight around my bum, but we don't care because the corset is over it, so it's tight anyways. But yeah, so this was a fail. Let's summarize it like that. I almost forgot to show you this fail. I had to use some tacking stitches because it did gape away from my body. Probably because I did not add the bias binding the right way. So yeah, another fail. But this one does not bother me that much. I think I can correct it somehow, but the lace was just straight up stupid.